and thanks for joining us on tonight's edition of Point Blank. I am Demola Alalade. On tonight's program, we're going to be looking at one very important issue that has been giving Africans a bad label. And I mean Africans, a bad label. Well, I don't really know how it affects other African nations, but I know for sure it's one thing that has eaten deep into the Nigerian culture. The issue is what people call the African time syndrome. We're going to be looking at the reason why many Africans, and most especially Nigerians, don't always keep to time. Even though we say time is money, people still don't keep to time. On tonight's program as well, we're going to be looking at Nigeria at 53. Nigeria's independence will be coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 1st of October, and Nigeria will be 53. So we're going to be looking at Nigeria since independence and what we have achieved as a nation. So this two topic of discussion is what we're going to be looking at tonight, and we sincerely want you to call into the program to give us your views and give us what you think about the African time and Nigeria at 53. To discuss this topic with me tonight, I have with me my co-anchor, Bisoye Sonyaolu. Bisoye, you're welcome to the program.
Hello.
I'm sure our viewers are, they are eager to make their own contribution about this topic of discussion, especially the African time. African time. Mm-hmm. What's your take on African time? What do you think African time is?
To me, African time is no time, really.
What do you mean African time is no time?
I don't know. I just don't believe there is anything like African time. I think to me it's a cultural thing. It's something that, we got used to over time, and it just became part of us. Mm. So
are you trying to say it's something we I don't know how to put it. Is it something that has become part and parcel of us over the years? Because many of us are guilty of this. It's not just Africans, many individuals.
Yeah.
We're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
We want to go out, we tend not to keep to time, we just, obviously there's so many factors that could be responsible for it. Okay. Isn't it?
Yep.
I mean.
Anyway, from my research,
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
African time is the perceived cultural tendency in most parts of Africa towards a more relaxed attitude to time. If you look at that statement, a more relaxed attitude to time, it means we don't take time very serious. Mm-hmm. We tend to I'll get there whenever I want to. Mm. But the long and short of it is it's destroying us as a country, as a nation, as individual as well. Mm. Because everybody knows everybody now attributes the African time to Africans, even African American. They actually have
some people even said it's an epidemic that Nigeria is suffering from. They specifically said it's an epidemic Nigeria is suffering from. Why did they single out Nigeria? It's an African thing, so why the concentration on Nigerians?
I think as Nigerians, we overdo it a lot.
Hmm. We always overdo
we overdo
everything.
Things. The way we are, I think the problem with us most of the time is, we all want to be noticed. Mm-hmm. We all want to be rich. We have this attitude. We all want to be up there. But the thing is, we need to understand that we can't all be up there. We can't all be the most important person in Nigeria. You know, some people will be down, some people will be in the middle, and some people will be on top.
So are you saying those people on top are the ones who can afford, you know, to keep to the African to you know, keep to the African
Even
time or
the-
be late to events?
Even the oga at the top don't keep to time.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Why should they should be the ones to set, you know, set good examples?
But really, because they are oga, that's why they are late. Do you understand? As in, it's a normal thing for the oga at the top to be late.
But why should the oga at the top be late?
I don't know.
Because if the oga at the top is late, then that is what the oga at the bottom will
pick
follow.
up. Exactly.
So, I mean, how does that work? How do you think this can be resolved? Because it's something that has been going on for too long a time, and it's, as you said, it's affecting us as a country.
Yeah, yeah.
There must be a way to tackle this, and that's why we're going to call on our viewers to please call in. Let's have your own views. Let's share and, you know, deliberate on this topic and see how we can move the country forward, or move the nation forward, or deal with this African time syndrome. Isn't that?
Yeah. Okay, like as we were discussing before, we were talking about attending a seminar and the difference between actually going to a serious event. Okay, no, I think I came from the fact that I'm guilty of it as well. Sometimes, not all the time.
Okay.
When
are you guilty of it?
I'm guilty of it maybe when I'm going to an event or maybe like a party. I'm guilty of it. Because really, on the IV you have 4 o'clock, and I'm telling you, if you get to the party at 4 o'clock, you'll be the only one there. That's what everybody thinks.
Because that's what everybody has been practicing over the years.
Yeah.
It doesn't have, as you said, it's an African thing. I have attended, you know, parties whereby, you know, maybe the English people, you know, organize.
Yeah.
And when you say the party starts at 4 o'clock,
yeah,
these people are there at 4 o'clock. Yeah. Even if you're having a party and you invite them to come to the party, they are the first ones to come to the event.
Yeah. It is so
and
bad.
even the people who are even having the party, they are not there.
Of course, it is so bad. There's actually a program on TV called Four Weddings, and you know, there is like a wedding party competition where, you know, about 4 brides go to each other's wedding and they judge it. There was actually a Nigerian wedding on the program, and could you believe that wedding was late? I couldn't believe. I was watching it on TV.
The wedding was late.
The bride didn't get there on time. The groom didn't get there on time. The other brides were already in church, and they were waiting for the bridegroom and
the other brides.
As in the other brides that were judging the
wedding.
Okay. Yeah, they were already there. As in the other white guy, other white brides. They were already there, and I was like, oh my God! Even for TV, the African time still, you know, read his ugly head.
Were the brides Africans?
Or? Yeah, the Nigerians actually. That was so funny, you know. And I was like, oh my God, when is this going to stop? We really need to change our mindset, you know, because it's affecting us as a people, it's affecting us as a nation, and I think it's affecting our productivity as well. Like we were discussing before the program, we were talking about, you know, if you happen to be like a speaker at a seminar, and you have a breakdown on your way there.
On your way there,
so
how do you
explain that? Yeah. So how do you communicate that? Now, in a real world, obviously, if I'm going to a seminar, I'm living in the UK, and my car breaks down. You know, obviously, I have AA. I'm just going to call AA, and my car will be there. They'll come and pick it up. I'll call a cab. The cab will pick me up, and
take you to the event.
Take me to the event. But now in Nigeria, I don't know if there's AA. I don't know if they have something like that, like a breakdown cover. Recovery.
They have breakdown cover. Okay. You know, when you're traveling on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, for instance, that's the only one I know.
Okay.
And the breakdown cars, the rescue cars, the supposed rescue cars that are supposed to come and rescue you.
Okay.
You know, before they even get to where you are,
there's traffic.
Fact, it's going to be, the day is going to be over. So, you know, things are not always, you know, in the right place in Nigeria. So don't even go there because...
Okay, so obviously, we can't blame ourselves as individuals in Nigeria.
Yeah, but who do we blame?
I think the government is to blame as well, because there's no infrastructure in place to enable me eradicate or erase the African timeness out of my system.
Now
Because
you're-
there's always something stopping me, there's always something delaying me. If it's not potholes, you know, on my way to the event, or maybe if it's not potholes, then it's traffic. If it's not traffic, then maybe
Is
something weird just happens.
Is armed robbers?
Armed robbers, you know, so it's not an enabling environment for me to be punctual, you know.
Yeah, but we're not. Look, we are talking about African time, not necessarily in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, true.
Even in the UK,
Yeah.
Nigerians living in the UK, going to an event, they still get there late.
And well, we all came from Nigeria. Now, what do you expect?
So you have to bring what you have to bring your culture from Nigeria and bring it here.
That's why we have Nigerian communities. That's why we have Nigerian parties.
I
Because
was-
we can always do our African time. You know what I mean?
I was reading something while doing my research, and it says that it's been reported that there has been no reports of any deaths resulting directly from African time, but there has been thousands of reports of headaches, headaches, delays, missed opportunities, and schedule changes daily. Headaches.
Headaches.
I mean,
Sounds
African time, you know, they give you a headache. You get to an event, and it's supposed to start at 4 o'clock. The event has not started, and you've traveled all the way from far away to attend the function, and it's not happening. How do you feel when you go to such an event?
Obvious, like it's angry, you know, why am I here? You know, I should have stayed at home. Why did I even bother to leave? Blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, once you get into the groove, you know, you forget everything. You forget the African timing thing. And you know, the thing about African time and the parties that we attend is, you know, although it's late, but once the party kicks off, you know, everything just grooves,
you know,
and you just forget
it.
You know, you don't.
I think that's the problem with us, because
you know, you just
nobody
forget it.
complains,
No,
and at
exactly.
the end of the day,
And
you know, things just happen,
It just
and
happens.
people just look at, okay, well, we know it's African time. Well, I'm sure the party is still going to groove.
Exactly.
But what if it's not a party, and it's an event, as it says in that the research, the things I've just read out, missed opportunities.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get somewhere at a particular time, and you didn't get there on time. You missed an opportunity.
I don't know. Really, I think this African time. I think we as a people as well. I think we factor in the African time into our events now. You know, so one way or the other, you know, we eventually get results because we're so used to it. It's part of us. So anything we do, we always factor in the African time. We leave maybe an hour or 2 hours. You know, if the event is actually starting at 4 o'clock, no, at 7 o'clock, we push the time to 3 o'clock. So we're giving the guests more time, you know, to make their grand entrance. And eventually we start the event at 7 o'clock. So we've done it in a way that, you know, it actually suits our lifestyle. So really, to be honest, I don't think there's going to be any change whatsoever anytime soon.
Even if there's going to be a change, it has to come from the top.
Exactly.
Because as I said earlier on, I've gone to a function whereby so-called important personalities, you know, who are supposed to be at the occasion at a particular time, don't get there on time. As you said, they want to make their grand entry so that they can be noticed, you know. I don't understand how that works, because it's setting bad examples for others.
Yeah. Well, another thing we can do is just maybe organize an event to create awareness. You know, just to educate people on the advantages of being on time. But really, I think
I'm sure when you set up that event, it's going to start late. Obviously, it's going to start late, because Nigerians, we are just fond of that. It's going to start late. I mean, maybe gradually things will start to change, and people will start to be aware of time and be cautious of time as well.
Mm.
Well, I don't want to leave us to, to discuss this issue alone. I want to call on our viewers to please call into the program. Let's have your own opinion about what African time is, what it means to you as an individual, and let's see how we can, resolve this issue and get people to be, we can even use this platform to make people aware about, how to deal with this African time syndrome.
Okay. I'll just throw this to the people. Part of my research, this is coming from a Ghanaian writer, and he said, he goes, one of the main reasons for the continuing underdevelopment of our country is our nonchalant attitude to time and the need for punctuality in all aspects of life. The problem of punctuality has become so endemic that lateness to any function is accepted and explained off as African time. So, is this
was that the quote by the Nigerian
the Ghanaian writer? Yeah, by the Ghanaian.
So obviously that happens in Ghana.
Yeah, it does. It does. So my question, to the viewers is this statement a true representation of an African?
I was going to ask that. Is it really a Nigerian thing?
No, it's not a Nigerian thing. Well, from my research, I don't think it's not a Nigerian thing. I think it cuts across Africa because in 2007 there was actually an event in Abidjan by the which was backed by the president then, President Gbagbo. Sorry, I can't pronounce it very well. Gbagbo.
I'm not going to murder.
Anyway,
I'm not going to murder.
In 2007, and it also received international backing. Yeah, It was they organized an event called Punctuality Night, which was held in Abidjan to recognize business people and government workers for regularly being on time. The aim of the event was to heighten awareness of how missed appointments, meeting, or even late buses cut productivity. So really, the question again is African time. Is African time destroying productivity? Is it destroying,
For me, it's destroying productivity.
Because if you are late for appointments, if you are late for,
You take for instance, you're supposed to go to an event. I'm going to use maybe someone who's going to do a video coverage at an event. The event is supposed to start at say 5 o'clock, and obviously you get there say about 6 o'clock, an hour late. Obviously that's going to destroy your productivity for the day because you're not going to get everything that you're supposed to get. Same thing with any other activity you're going to do there. You might get away with it if you are probably going there as a guest and not going to deliver any speech, or you're not going to do anything. So you can get away with that. Some people even say, not keeping to time, it's a high level of indiscipline. And I'm sure that's one of the things that has cost Nigeria a lot of what's happening in the country at the moment. What do you think?
And I think another way to tackle this issue is, if you're a business person and giving you a contract to come over and cover my function and you arrive late, I sue you. I'll take you to court. Because obviously for coming late, you're not going to capture everything. There's some parts of the function that you miss, And to me, the reason why I want it captured is because I want to have the memories of it. I want to make sure that I can watch it, I can sit back and watch it and show my future generations or my family. So obviously, if you come late to my event, if you're a business person and you come late, I sue you to court. I take you to a small claims court if it exists, maybe in Nigeria.
What if the person that is coming to cover the event is probably a family member?
Okay, that's another. That's a different.
Are you going to sue that person to court?
Why not? I will sue him or her.
You are heartless.
Yes, so. No, really. On jokes apart, we really need to start,
stamping our feet and
tackling these issues and eradicating this ugly mentality that is holding us back as a people, as a nation, as a country. I think it's high time we start, we start doing something about it. And it actually starts from individuals. We need to, take off the African time image, forget the mindset of African time and, just put our act together.
Yeah, we're saying, okay, we want to eradicate this, we want to, let people, have a better mindset, change their mindset about African time. Are those the only things that we can do, to tackle this issue?
It has to start from the mindset. What else? You have to have the mindset. Because if you're not ready for the change, then every other thing or any other event you put in place is just fruitless. You're not going to make any impact. You're not going to, because it has to come from within. You have to, take it upon yourself to go like, yeah, I'm going to function and I'm going to be there on time. Or I'm holding an event and I'm making it strictly 6 p.m. on the dot. If you don't get there by 6 p.m., the gates will be closed and you'll be turned back. But obviously, we have people that will come, oh, I'm your family, I'm your brother, I'm your sister, can you do that? Can you go? That kind of a thing. But like I said, it all boils down to culture.
Do you think all this going late to events and all that, do you think it started from when you were young? Because I for one know that, some parents, even as I'm a parent, as myself as well, and I'm probably going to church on Sundays. Church is supposed to start at 9 o'clock. That's when my missus starts to do her powders, starts to do her makeup, and then we're going to go to church late.
You know what
you ladies.
I know. You know what
what I'm talking about.
No, let me give you an example. There was a time I was working in Basingstoke, and I live in Essex, and I have to get to work at 9 o'clock. Then I have to do my face, because then I just broke out in this horrible spot and everything. So I really have to pack it properly. You know what I do? And I have to catch the 6:30 train in the morning. I wake up at 4. Yeah? Because I know I have to spend at least 30 minutes, or if not like an hour on my face.
Do you know why that is?
And I do that every day, and I get to work on time.
Do you know why that is?
Why?
It's because you're going to work and you're going to get your daily bread. That is why you find that you need to wake up at 4 o'clock, get yourself ready, and to be able to, in order not to miss your train. Because if you miss your train, you won't get to work, on time, and that's going to be.
I did that for about a year, if not more than.
Yeah, that happens a lot in this country.
Yeah.
Or in other parts of the country, like in Nigeria, for instance, nobody cares about time. I might be wrong. I stand to be corrected.
So what I'm trying to say here is I'm factoring my makeup time into my time, into my, my getting ready for work. So if we can start factoring stuff like this into our time, then we'll get to events, functions earlier, or exactly the time that the function will start. If it's going to take you an hour to get your makeup done, and you need to get to a place at 6 o'clock, start at 3 o'clock. It gives you time. Or maybe start a day before. Lay out your outfit. This is what you're going to wear. Just give yourself time. We can do it. Like I said, it all boils down to the mindset. We need to change the way we think. And we need to start factoring, things that we think would stop us or would cause us to be late for an event. So we need to, and that we need to imbibe into our children as well.
I was going to say that.
We need to let them know.
Because it's very important to teach them these things from the early stages.
There's nothing stopping anybody from doing all that. You can take 2 hours, 3 hours on your makeup or your dressing or whatever. But the fact remains, just factor in the time. That's all.
I'm sure our viewers will still call in, but we're going to move straight to the next topic, which is Nigeria at 53. Nigeria, tomorrow is the 1st of October, and Nigeria will be celebrating its 53 years of what would you call that?
Development.
Development or independence, you will say. Many Nigerians all over the world, obviously, will be celebrating the day. Like if they want to, if they will be, if there's any, many of us will be celebrating it with mixed feelings. For those of us in the UK, it's going to be work because there's no bank holiday, there's no public holiday here tomorrow. It's only in Nigeria that they have public holiday tomorrow and Wednesday. So tomorrow and Wednesday is public holiday in Nigeria. In the UK here, it's going to be work as usual. How are you going to be celebrating the day? You're a Nigerian, so you must celebrate 53 years. It's just like you attaining the age of 53 years. You want to do something. So as a Nigerian, what are you doing? Don't tell me nothing.
I'll cook jollof rice.
And who's going to come eat that?
I'll eat it alone.
You're a true Nigerian. You just love yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if they ask me what I'm celebrating, I'll tell them I'm celebrating Nigeria at 53. Celebrating 53 years of...
I don't know. What are we celebrating? What do you think Nigeria has achieved in 53 years?
Well, I think some people
say Nigeria has not really, achieved. Well, to be
fair, yeah, me too. To be fair, I think it's a gradual process. It's not going to be like an overnight change. It's something that will come gradually, and I think is happening, but with a lot of patience and a lot of we all need to join hands together and not leave everything to the government. You remember there was a time we didn't have mobile phones,
and we still got along. We still did things.
Exactly.
We still communicated.
There was a time that when you switch on the TV, you have that what's that multicolored screen that comes on, and there was a time that there was no 24 hours TV. You have to watch TV at 4 o'clock. There was
no colored TV.
Yeah, there was
black and white.
Black and white.
And we still watched movies.
Then after the colored TV, TV programs start at 4 o'clock. Then, even when you switch it on at 4 o'clock, you have this multicolored lines. And this loud noise that goes. But now, 24 hours TV. There is cable. There's a lot of things. So
there's iPad, there's the mobile device. There's everything so many things. To watch anything you want to watch in this world.
Yeah. The only thing that I think is happening now is, I think people are now much more. The awareness level is so high. Is so high that a lot of things are happening is amazing. As in, I think what has happened with the developments is a lot of people have actually lost their innocence as well. Sometimes, back then, I actually liked it back then. because you can trust someone,
We can rewind you back to the...
Oh, I wish. But now, it's like everybody's... we don't trust each other anymore. As in, there's this air of... There's just something about everybody now.
Everybody wants to be, everybody wants to secure themselves. I don't want to let my neighbor know what's happening.
So I don't know. I think that's the only thing I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like. And obviously, the level of poverty has risen as well. And it's even worse now.
I was reading on the internet, trying to catch up with the messages our leaders are sending out on the independence celebration. In Edo State, Governor Adams Oshiomhole said, and I quote, "We celebrate independence not because we do not have challenges, just like you celebrate your birthday because you have become the richest man." And he went on to say that every country has its own problem, and that we have to remind ourselves that Nigeria is for all of us to build.
Yeah.
So we all have to join hands together to build our country.
That's actually a lovely
I
message.
also want to call on Nigerians out there who are watching us now. Please call in send your goodwill message to your fellow Nigerians on this 53rd year of independence celebration. We are celebrating 53 years as a nation. We are not praying for us to divide, and I think it's just good for us to just wish ourselves well. Also from Oyo State, Governor Abiola Ajimobi also called on Nigerians to work together to combat violence and crime. Everybody is talking about one thing or the other. They're all trying to build a good nation for all of us to be able to, many of us who are living in the UK, we all want to go back home. We don't all want to stay here forever. So we want a good nation, and we want our leaders to build a good nation for us. The president himself, President Goodluck Jonathan, has also declared that Boko Haram or any other group cannot frustrate Nigeria's efforts in striving to become a nation. So the president himself, wants to build a formidable, wants to build a good nation for all of us. And so I think it's just right for all of us to come together and be able to build our nation. Isoye, what's your take on this?
The fear of Boko Haram is the beginning of wisdom.
Don't tell me you're a coward. You used to live in Nigeria years back.
There was no Boko Haram there.
I'm sure there was something similar to Boko Haram, but you never took note of it.
They're not so sophisticated. They had the talk and shoot. But now they have automatic weapons.
Automatic rifle.
Exactly. So
it's a no-go area. You don't want to experience it.
No-go area. All messages, Governor, Edo State Governor, nice message, reaching out to Nigerians. We all need to join hands together and build the country, really. So I think the key word or the main thing here is to, join hands together. We don't want to separate. We're all one, We've been together.
I think we've got our first caller. Good evening, caller. Thanks for joining in on Point Blank tonight. Can we know your name and where you're calling from?
Hello, my name is Richard. I'm calling from London.
Good evening, Richard.
Yeah, a nice program you are having today.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm not really going to talk in line with what you're discussing, but because I'm a Nigerian, I can hear you're talking about Osun State and all some of the issues we have in Nigeria presently. But my October 1st message is that the government should stand up, and I mean stand up, and let's do something about the Boko Haram. Let's not look at it from the religious point of view alone. Let's just see it as the government in place now has lost the grip of the leadership of the country.
Okay.
That's the message to all Nigerians hearing me now, and every Nigerians watching from Nigeria domain, really. Let's just leave this flag down. Let's bring back the ideologies of people like Nnamdi Azikiwe, Awolowo, Abubakar, and all of them. Let's just do something. Let's make Nigeria great.
Richard, if I may ask you a question, how do you think we can do all this? How do you think we can, contribute our quota to ensuring that we deal with this Boko Haram issue? Because it's one thing for us to say the government should deal with the Boko Haram. It's another thing for us to, do our own little bit to help the government in tackling this Boko Haram issue.
Well, I think Boko Haram is not the problem. Boko Haram is just a sign of the many carpeted problems, if you know what I mean. There are lots of tribes, there are lots of ethnics that have been marginalized, and they are trying to do all these things to make their voices heard.
Okay.
That's taken on board.
Okay.
And we'll pass the message.
What we can do as individuals is let's maintain the integrity of a nation, the unity that we have that cuts across every tribe, every ethnic like we have in Nigeria.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Richard. Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome.
Thank you, and
Thank you.
have a lovely Independence Day tomorrow.
And you too. And you too. Yeah,
Before you
bye.
shoot off, what have we got? What have you got planned for tomorrow? I know you're working, but I mean, how are you going to celebrate Nigeria's independence?
Well, I'm writing a speech I'm going to read for the October 1st and the Black History Month. So
Okay.
I am writing like about four scripts that I'm going to read as my own contribution. I'm going to send across to people all over the world.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
That's your own little bit of contribution to solving the problem.
Yes, yes.
Good luck with that.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Richard.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Okay,
Well,
that's
Richard
a good
made
one.
a very valid, points there. To tackle the issue of Boko Haram,
Yeah.
not only from the religious point of view, but as a nation.
I think as a nation, we're good people. You know, we have rich culture. You know, recently at the Notting Hill Carnival in August, we had the River State Tourism Board. They came to showcase, the River State culture, and they had these events at a culture, like African Center in central London. And really, even in Nigeria, I've never had the opportunity to see such lovely cultural display. You know, I'm Yoruba, but I'm telling you, I was just jiving, dancing, gyrating to the music of River State. The costume, awesome. So if I can enjoy River State music, Port Harcourt people, so obviously it's not us. It's just a certain group of people, or like a small section of Nigeria, that is causing all these issues, causing all these problems. So I think we should take this time to reflect and come together as a people. Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Efik, wherever you're from. I think naturally we work together. If we sit side by side, we're friends. We're very good friends. So I think it's a time to reflect as well, to bring everybody together.
I think things like that are happening. It's just that we have few of us who are not just who don't just believe in that, and that's what's causing the country a lot of grief. I was wondering why Nigeria cannot, pull up an event, as you just said, that happened, the cultural display. I remember the Festac event way back, years back. We had a cultural, display.
Yeah.
I have since Festac, is it Festac 77?
Yeah.
Nothing like that has happened
Yeah.
in Nigeria,
Yeah.
and it's because people have just been, they haven't just, there hasn't been that unity.
Yeah. Yeah.
For that, for
And
that
it's
long.
sad because our children don't even know other
Exactly.
cultures.
Exactly.
They only know if they're Yoruba or Igbo. That's what they know. They don't even know about the other tribes and the other ethnic tribes in Nigeria. It's sad.
I think the only way they're trying to let them to know this is through the youth service corps that they're doing.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't think
That's not even safe
it's
anymore.
not safe anymore,
There's been a lot of issues with it
with all
over
this
the
Boko
years.
Haram and all this. Nobody wants to go. They don't want to go anywhere.
They don't want to go anywhere. Yeah. So I think, like you said, I think maybe an event would be appropriate at this time, to preach unity and oneness. I think an event would be a very good thing to celebrate, the unity and the diversity of Nigeria. Different groups, ethnic groups coming together.
So
to
who's gonna be saddled with that?
Well, if you are hearing us,
If you're hearing us,
this is our advice.
this is our advice to you. If you want to pull up an event that's going to bring all the all the Nigerian tribes together, and let's have a cultural day, so to say.
Because honestly, it's a bit somehow if River State has to come all the way from Nigeria to London to showcase the culture of this. Although I think they do something like that, but I think it's only within the states. They do all these Rivers Day or
Okay.
but it's within the
Within
state.
the
There's
states.
no
Not the one, not the general one.
General one, yeah, not
Okay.
the general one. I think they have it in individual states. They have it in all the other states as well. So, and there's this thing they do as well in December. I think carnival, street carnival, which is a very good thing. But obviously, it's just within the streets and the area. So I think carnivals like this can be sponsored. Maybe if they have a big, huge sponsor, they can involve other areas, other people, and it can become really big.
It can even help, bring the sanity of the country back.
And I think that's how Notting Hill Carnival started, from a street carnival.
Absolutely.
And it became very big. It, is now international. It's all over the world.
Yeah.
Most countries want to come to be represented.
Yeah.
Everybody now comes. You have a Nigerian corner, you have Caribbean corner, you have Ghanaian corner. It's beautiful.
I think Nigeria should do
if we
such
can
a
do
thing.
something like that in Nigeria,
It's going to be awesome.
It's
It's gonna be
beautiful.
awesome.
So if you are listening,
If you have any link with the federal government and you feel this is a good idea that can be projected to them, well, take a cue or take advantage of that and let them know things like this can be done to kind of improve the situation in the country.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is going to happen tomorrow. We have 2 days of celebration.
We're watching.
How I wish I was back home.
Me too.
It would have been
Me
so
too.
much fun. What would have happened
I'm actually trying to remember what we do then.
Yeah, Independence Day. Have you
Yeah.
forgotten?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Go
just
to
remember.
you go to the stadium. They have the march past. They have the what's it always called? Is it the gymnastic display?
Yeah.
It's always packed with fun.
Yeah.
Fun field day for the students.
Students,
you
yeah.
know.
The kids
But I
as
don't know.
well.
I don't know how
There's
it
always
works now.
there's always something. There's always an event at Tafawa Balewa Square where primary school students, do like a march past or something.
Yeah, it happens all over the country. Not only in Tafawa.
Not only in
Balewa.
Tafawa Balewa, yeah.
Because I
but
know you
in
only go to Lagos and you only know Tafawa Balewa.
Then I remember that we used to go to amusement park in Apapa. Because obviously it's more like a mid-term, half-term kind of holiday then. Then there's always a lot of kids. We go on the rides and everything. I'm not even sure if amusement park Apapa exists anymore. Don't know.
Apapa
Yeah,
amusement park.
amusement park. Yeah, you have all these rides. like the normal rides you have.
You must be having a laugh. I think
We can bring it back. Of course, we can bring it back. And
That's-
I'm sure it's still there. I think there's something like that.
I'm sure the facility. I know there's one in Ibadan. The amusement amusement park. All the rides are still there, but you dare not go on those rides.
Are you
because
serious?
It's like you're going to commit suicide. Anyway, I'm sure our government should start to look into revamping all these places. I know there's a zoo. There's a zoo in Ibadan as well.
Yeah.
I don't know which kind of. I saw a post on Facebook the other day. You won't believe the lion they showed on that. That was in one of the zoos in Nigeria. Oh, you don't want to see it.
We need to report that to RSPCA.
RSPCA. We need to take them down there and let them see how they're dealing with our animals back in Nigeria.
The National Theatre, yeah, there's always like a lot of shows at the National Theatre on October 1st. I don't know the state of National Theatre right now, and I don't know if maybe they'll be showing any movies or anything. Anyway, this is just like for Nigerians, you can go to National Theatre or
go anywhere, just enjoy
go out
yourself.
and celebrate.
And for those of you who are in the UK and will be looking to celebrate Nigeria's independence, I'm sure there will be some activities around town tomorrow or over the coming weekend. Please take advantage of it. Let's celebrate our country. Let's celebrate Nigeria, and we all should just have fun. What else are we going to discuss tonight? We should go back to the African time.
Should we?
Yeah, let's go back to African time, because I know some of our viewers out there still want to make their contributions to that topic of discussion, because I know many of us are guilty of keeping the African time And I was going to ask you one question. You said when you go to work, you never go late.
No.
But when you go to parties, you tend to want to go late.
Well, yeah.
Why? Have you ever organized a party here before?
Oh, yes, I have. Yeah.
Were your guests late?
Oh, of course. Usual.
Were you late?
Yes, I was.
Typical.
Typical.
So what was your own reason? Because
Well,
we talked about the
No,
transport
actually, what I
system.
did, it wasn't like I was late. I was deliberately late. I had someone there already. There was, someone entertaining the guests, attending to them,
Which
and I'd
guests?
already.
The late guests.
And really, it wasn't. It was my son's birthday. Actually, it wasn't my party anyway. So basically, I was actually looking out for the kids to have fun, So, and I'd already factored in the time, rather than the party started at 5 o'clock, but on the invitation I had 4 o'clock. So the most important thing for me that day was for the kids to have fun, and they did. All the kids came on time. I don't care about the adults because I knew they weren't going to come on time anyway. Because I knew I wasn't going to be there in the afternoon, for the kids' party. So like I said, there are ways that you can factor in to accommodate this African timeliness that we have. So,
well, I think we've kind of exhausted our time, and we've been able to deal with the issues of time management, African time. We are waiting for our guests to call in. Obviously, some of them are still going to call in to ask that or to make their own contribution about the African time syndrome. Tomorrow,
yeah,
1st of October.
I already said I'm cooking jollof rice.
I'm going back to the Nigerian
okay.
independent one because I don't want to round up now.
Okay.
Because I'm still waiting for some calls to come in. Some people are still going to text me to let us know what's going to happen to them tomorrow. They're going to send their goodwill messages. If you still want to send your goodwill messages to your loved ones on this platform to wish them a happy independence, you can still do that while we're still on the program. So you said you're not doing anything tomorrow.
No, I'm just just going to cook jollof rice.
Are you inviting anybody in tomorrow?
No, unfortunately not. I think I'm just going to cook it and just eat it on my own, really.
So how much are you going to cook that you're going to eat by yourself?
Well, because I love Nigeria so much and I just want to celebrate her in a special way. So I'd rather celebrate on my own. You know what I mean?
So you're a true Nigerian.
I'm a true Nigerian.
You're a true Nigerian. I would want to come and have some taste of your jollof rice tomorrow because I'm a good Nigerian and I love my neighbor.
I bet a lot of people will be cooking jollof rice as a way of celebration because obviously, jollof rice is...
Yeah, but that brings me to another topic. Why do we Nigerians, usually, when you have a party, why do we always cook jollof rice?
Because it's our food. We like it. That's what we like to eat. And it's easy because why do you have to cook rice and soup when you can cook jollof rice?
Yeah, but you have other menu you can cook on Independence Day.
Yeah.
It's Independence Day. It's Nigeria Day.
Well, that's the only thing I can.
Because we have so many dishes in
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Of course we do.
So we should try to show off our culture.
In a real world, if I was actually in Nigeria, you know what I would do? I would actually go out and eat real oha soup or okazi soup, or maybe bitter leaf soup with inyo or fufu.
Typical.
Channeling the true Nigerian. Or maybe I'll just eat the usual amala and gbegiri and ewedu, But because I'm not home, I'm missing home so much.
Well,
so
sorry.
The least I can do is just cook jollof rice to make myself happy.
in your house and just eat it yourself. Another thing that baffled me that I saw, and it kind of was very interesting to me. I was looking at Facebook today, and somebody posted pictures of two kids wearing the native attire and said in that post that the kids were dressing because it's Nigeria Day, Nigeria's independence.
Yeah.
The kids were going to be they're actually going to be dressing in their native attire to school tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, I think they do all that. They do that. Yeah.
Or probably they dressed in their attire to school today because tomorrow is public holiday.
Yeah.
So that obviously there won't be school tomorrow.
Yeah, I think
so
they
they
do.
dressed in their native attire to school today, you know, to celebrate Nigeria's independence. That's really good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I think they do. Well, when we were kids, we do it as well. You know, we have all these cultural displays where we dress up. You know, a Yoruba girl can dress up as an Igbo girl, Hausa girl, and you know we dance and sing in all the major languages of Nigeria, which is good. So I think they do it. And again, it's another way of showcasing our culture and also teaching the kids.
I think the kids here as well, they should allow them to wear their native attire to school on Nigeria Independence Day. Don't you think so?
Well, they do have some.
Showcase our
No, they
culture.
do. Not particularly on Independence Day, but they do have cultural programs.
That
Yeah,
they,
in
okay,
schools.
They organize.
They organize where, you know, they ask them to, you know, come in and actually my son they had a program at school where, you know, we had to cook our native dishes, which was very good, and I made jollof rice.
Not again. Why?
It's the easiest.
Is that the only food you eat?
Do you want me to give Oyibo, Eba, or Amala?
Why
Have
not?
you forgotten?
Why not?
Have you forgotten Bright Chimeze song?
Why not?
Have you forgotten Bright Chimeze
No, but why
song?
not? They
The
actually
black-
love it.
You forgot the black man way they here is committing suicide.
It doesn't matter.
No,
It doesn't matter.
I don't want.
Do you know what
suicide on my
interests
neck.
me when you see Oyibo, when you see a white man trying to, you know, come to a Nigerian party and they're trying to get their food? They mix everything.
Everything
they mix
together.
pounded yam with ogbono and ayamase,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then they start to eat it
yeah,
and say,
yeah, yeah.
"It's hot.
I
It's
know,
hot."
I know. It's interesting when you see them eat Nigerian
Nigeria,
food.
Nigeria, but Nigeria food is brilliant. It's
Yeah.
good.
It is.
Mm.
Oh well,
Well-
home sweet home.
Well, I think that's about it we're going to take tonight on this edition of Point Blank. We've been able to look at the African time, and we've been able to look at Nigeria, you know, celebrating 53 years of independence. I sincerely thank our callers who have called in to, you know, to shed their own views on the topic of discussion. We sincerely do thank you for calling in. And those of you who don't call in, well, we want to just wish you a happy Independence Day tomorrow. And, well, I also want to thank my production crew for their good work behind the scene. And thank my co-anchor, Bisoye Sanyalu. Thanks for coming on the program.
I really enjoyed
You're
it.
always a blessing to this show. Well, that's about it. We're going to take it tonight. We do sincerely thank you for staying tuned to us. Do you join us same time next week for another interesting edition, and I mean it, interesting edition next week. So stay tuned to www.fusionplustv.com. We'll be back here next week same time. From me, it's good night.
Good night.